Today I've got a very exciting, but also a game-breaking glitch to share with you that me and my friends stumbled upon while playing the closed beta for The Division. Now, I decided to hold off with this video until the beta was over because, as some of you may know, there were already enough people abusing glitches and bugs in the Dark Zone, and I didn't want to promote it any further. Aside from that though, I actually had a lot of fun with the glitch, and I want to share that with you today. The glitch itself is a wall breach, and it is fairly easy to do, but it requires at least 2 people. The first guy should stand in a corner next to the wall that you want to go through, and then the second guy needs to get a shield and then basically push the first player through. Pushing the player through isn't too difficult. All you have to do is walk up against him, and then the player in the corner needs to keep rolling or walking, or sometimes even getting your own shield out helps a lot. And eventually, you will get pushed through the wall. Now, I do have to say that it might be a little bit more difficult in some places than others, because if you've paid attention, you would actually know that in a lot of the buildings you could see things like the interior. And although the attention to detail is pretty cool, that also means that you will need to glitch yourself through multiple layers if you want to actually get into the building. I recommend searching for alleys or walls that don't have a lot of windows. Those usually work the best. Now, what is interesting is that when you're in the Dark Zone, you can actually shoot through quite a lot of the walls from the inside. And not just bullets, but also things like heals or sticky bombs and all that stuff. Here, me and my friends are scaring some rogue agents that have no idea what's coming at them. And although they eventually figure it out and start to shoot back, the fact that we were able to hit them was reason enough not to share the video until the beta ended.
You silly goon, what do you expect when you go against the greatest players of them all?
By the way guys, don't worry, these are the only players that we killed. Outside of the Dark Zone, this glitch gets even more interesting because once you push your friend through the wall and once you let him walk away a little bit, you can just fast travel to him so you can keep going further and further and further out of the map pretty much forever. Using this trick, we managed to breach through several fences close to Camp Hudson, which essentially allowed us to walk up to this pier. And yeah, the texture work is a little bit rough here, but at the right angles, it does give you the opportunity for some pretty cool screenshots. And you have to remember that this glitch works on any wall, so that also includes the invisible walls. So after we explored a little bit out of the map, we decided to walk up to the end of the pier and glitched ourselves through yet another barrier. At this point, we completely expected to fall off the map, but instead, we ended up walking on top of the water. I mean, how cool is that? I will say though that if you go too far, you will fall through the map and you will pretty much fall to your inevitable death until you respawn. But if you're just a little bit careful, you can actually go on a whole adventure, which is of course what we did. We ended up following the coast so that we wouldn't fall through the map. And even here we ran into some invisible barriers, but yet again we could just easily break through them the same way that we did before. We got to some boats that we could actually stand on, and surprisingly they even make the players on top of it wobble as well. But eventually our journey had to end because even far outside of the playable area, the border that keeps the players in the beta zone was still there, and there was really no way of getting around that. Trust me, we tried a lot of things. But what I did figure out is that for some reason the ground or the water around the beta border does have some collision. So that meant that as long as I stayed close to this border, I was able to walk on water, and I was able to walk all the way over to the deep sea in the distance. Of course I took a couple of cool screenshots, but unfortunately that is pretty much as crazy as it's going to get, because even though it's not shown on the map, the beta border that keeps players inside extends to right here, meaning that I could not get any further than that area. If I walked a little bit too close to the border, I would get the 10-second timer. And if I would walk a little bit too far away, well, I would fall through the map. I can't even begin to think about all the things that we could have done if we had more time with the beta and if the barriers didn't restrict us, but I guess we will never find out. Not with this glitch at least, because I'm posting this video so that you can see what you potentially could have done for some glitching fun. But I'm also posting this video so that the developers can fix this for their final game. If I'm being honest with you, as cool as this glitch may be, I would really not like to see this being abused in the Dark Zone. That would kind of ruin the experience for me, to be honest, if players were just clipping through buildings all the time. And that was pretty much it for today's video. Now, before I go, I want to give a massive thanks to you guys. As you might have noticed, my channel recently hit 50,000 subscribers, and I know it's going to sound a little bit cheesy, but I really appreciate all the support. Honestly, you've helped me build this channel to what it is today, and for that, I just want to give you a big thanks. But yeah, as always, I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Or like they say, in the Netherlands. Zie je later!